Hello, hello. Welcome, ladies, gentlemen, and others. Today, we are going to be playing Outer Wilds. Excuse me. So, this is a game that I have technically played before, so I'm not going to be wholly ignorant of some of the twists. Like, I know some of the puzzles, I know some of the big twists of the game, but I have never actually beaten the Outer Wilds, so I figured this would be a pretty good time to give it a shot again. Let's see. Where is my game capture? Where are you? Why is my game capture missing? There you are. Jesus. You heard space? Well, good, because there's going to be a lot of space. How y'all doing today? Hope you all are doing very well. So we're gonna do new expedition and just get right into it. Doing good, surviving the heat. Well, that's good. Wake up. Melting as usual. Yeah. Well, please remember to stay cool. Please remember to drink water. Talk to Slate. There's our pilot. Back from your pre-launch campout under the stars, I see. So it's launch day, eh? Seems like only yesterday you joined the space program, and suddenly here you are, leaving on your first solo voyage. What do you say? Ready to get this beauty off the ground? It's all fueled up and ready to go. All systems go. Glad you're excited, but remember, if you wreck the ship, I'm not building you a new one. I'm not made of lightweight re-entry grade aluminum alloys, you know. Anyway, you'll need to get the launch codes from Hornfels at the observatory before you can lift off. Just bring those here once you said your goodbyes or whatever. I used to be a pro at this. Oh! Oh, that's nice. Oh, I really gotta hold that down to properly jump. Hello. Mika. Hey, it's you! Slate said you'd be blasting off in your ship today. I'm really excited to see the launch. Aren't you gonna go into space? Aren't you? You better not have changed your mind. Hey, I'm still going. You better be. It's been forever since anyone launched into space. I really, really want to see it. Really bad. Hey, you want to try out my model ship? Slate says it's just like the real thing, only less likely to start a fire. Sure. Fly model ship. Sorry, Mika. Oh, that's a cool feature. Oh. Oh, this does not bode well. Oh, there's the directions. Oh. Well, I kind of landed it back. Wow, that was just like the time the external fuel tanks exploded on re-entry. You'll be okay flying the big one, right? Well, I hope. Hello. Porfy. Never let Zane pilot a spaceship. Takes note of that. Well, if I'm ever in a position to fly a spaceship, I don't want to be the one piloting the spaceship. Hail, hatchling. I hear you're leaving us to seek adventure amongst the stars. When you return, let's you, me, and Gossin open up a bottle of the good stuff. I'm only seeking adventure amongst one star, actually. Other stars are too far away. The good stuff is less delicious sap wine and more daunting digestive challenge. Yeah, just the one star. Another metaphor ruined in the name of scientific accuracy. Nevertheless, I do hope you enjoy your travels. Good luck. Thank you. Outer Wilds Ventures presents Postcards from Orbit. This projector is linked to our Sky Shutter satellite, which is currently orbiting Timberhearth. The satellite is equipped with 2 onboard cameras. See if you can take a snapshot of our village. There we go. Rutile. You're actually blasting off on that thing, huh? They really don't explode as often anymore. I'm told my odds of survival are statistically quite high. Yeah, the space program's certainly come a long way. I should probably thank you for causing fewer trash fires than your predecessors. By the way, good luck with those retro rockets. Hey, what can I do for you? Are you gonna watch the launch? Of course. I'll be waiting from a safe distance, obviously. And mostly to make sure nothing catches fire, but watching nonetheless. This pilot seat, used by pioneering astronaut Feldspar, is all that remains of our inaugural flight into space. Although it's been argued such a distinction requires a breathtakingly liberal definition of flight, that day will nevertheless always be remembered as a landmark achievement in Hearthian's history. Very ramshackle museum, but I appreciate it. Hello. Marl. So it's launch day, huh? Al's gonna miss you. Speaking of launch day, I was thinking about it, and the platform those ships launch from is getting old. Isn't it about time you built a new, less flammable one? That big tree in the village would be a perfect choice. I wouldn't mind helping out the space program, just say the word. Nice try. We all know you have it out for that tree. What? No, I just think it's in the way of someone. I just think it's in the way, and someone ought to chop it down, you know? Specifically me. You think this has to do with the time I fell out of it and broke my arm? That was when we were hatchlings. Who would hold a grudge for that long? You, obviously. Eh. Oh, hello there, Space Cadet. I hear you're leaving the crater today. If you meet any of the other travelers up there, remind them to take proper care of their instruments, won't you? Tell me about the travelers' instruments. Oh, sure. I made all their instruments, you know. Let me see. There's Chert's drums, Ravik's banjo, and Gabbro's flute. And Feldspar's harmonica, of course. Though Feldspar's been missing for a long time. Sometimes it feels like just yesterday they were playing their harmonica around the campfire. Anyway, you hear music in space. I'll be one of the space program's other travelers. If you feel like company, you can always pull out your signal scope and track them down. Good to know. Trouble is, every time a Hearthian leaves for outer space, that's one less musician in our orchestra. So, did you need something? I'm good. Take care of yourself up in space. We'll try, no promises. Hello, astronaut. It isn't my favorite troublemaker. We wanted to play hide and seek, but Moraine won't let us borrow their signal scope because it's really delicate and not supposed to be thrown around like that. Hey, can we use your signal scope? Can we? Can we, please? We'll even let you be at it. Sure, let's play. Woohoo! Okay, here are the rules. Galena and me will hide with these radios, and you'll use your signal scope to find us. Last one to be found wins. Okay? Close your eyes and start counting. They're up there. How do we get up there, though? Hello. Aw, you found me? But my hiding spot was super good. Don't forget, you have to find both of us, okay? Oh. Gotta remember that to jump, I can't, it's not instantaneous. I do have to hold down the jump button. Found you. I won? I'm happy. Thanks for playing with us. Catch anything? Fishing rhyme. Singing helps me pass the time. You're leaving the crater? Well, guess we'll all be a little busier without you around to lend a hand. That big water planet, Giant's Deep, that's where I'd go. What's that? One time after the rest of the village had left to sleep, and it was just the two of us sitting around the campfire, Gabbro told me about their first trip to Giant's Deep. They landed their ship easily enough in the waves, but couldn't see too far down, on account of how murky the water was, I guess. Too dark. Gabbro wants to see what lay beneath the surface, so they decide to travel deeper. They traveled down and down, but suddenly Gabbro couldn't go any further. Tell me more. I will. I was just pausing dramatically. And as though exercising a will of its own, the water was refusing to let Gabbro go any deeper. It held Gabbro back, almost as if it were trying to protect them from something. And then in the terrible darkness, Gabbro saw it. A tentacle of some hideous beast. Was there sap wine involved in Gabbro's campfire story? Come to think of it, don't you have somewhere you should be exploring that isn't here? Danger. Inside this fence is a pocket of ghost matter, a strange and dangerous substance that's invisible to the naked eyes. The good news is that you can detect ghost matter with the camera. Moving through ghost matter is uniquely painful and will probably kill you. Don't complain to me if you hurt yourself fooling around. Interesting. Nice bit of radiation hanging around. Oh, that's what's making that. Hi, astronaut. You know the patch of ghost matter inside this fence? Gosson said it used to be bigger when they were a hatchling, because ghost matter evaporates. It just takes a super long time to go away. Hi, Black Hole Bird. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good day. You know ghost matter is how Tektite lost their foot, right? Whoa, really? That's so cool. It's cool that little scouts can detect ghost matter and all, but what would be really cool is if the little scout could, like, shoot ghost matter at stuff. All pew pew pew. Guess that would be cool. Moraine. Huh? Oh, hello, astronaut. This is good weather for your launch, right? That's lucky. Any good sounds from space today? There are. My signal scope is set to the Outer Wilds Ventures frequency, so I'm listening to the Traveler's music. Last night I heard Rebek's banjo coming from Brill Hollow. I hope that means they're safe. I can hear different planets, too. It depends on what time of day or night it is, since different planets are in the sky at different times. Signal scopes are cool. I think this was originally what really got me interested in the game, like, way long ago. It's like, I thought it was just so cool that you would be hunting down other astronauts by the music they were playing. Zero-G Cave. Hey, come say hi to your old flight coach before your launch. I've got Zero-G training set up if you want a refresher. Hey, I thought I might see you before the big launch. Nerves getting the better of you? Right, like you weren't nervous for your first launch. Hey, don't worry about it. Your nerves are between you, me, and the vast endlessness of space. But really, you'll do fine out there. I'd worry more about that ship if I were you. Hopefully that lunatic Slate at least fixed the retro rockets. So listen, there's a satellite, which is definitely not just a piece of broken mining equipment, set up down in the Zero-G Cave, and I need it in need of repairs. If you're looking for a little last-minute Zero-G practice, head down the lift into the cave. Or don't, so long as you're confident you can make ship repairs in space. One repaired satellite coming up. Cool. Get to it, and try not to concuss yourself right before your first launch. Heyo. Tough. Hey, hey, nice of you to drop down. I'm getting some zero-G time in. So you're going in there? In the cave? Ugh. What? No, I'm fine. Great. Great and fine. You don't look fine. Well, you know I hate that cave, so I don't know why you're making me talk about it. I got hand sweats. That's two. Where's that third one? Oh. Who left that rock there? Who put that rock in my way? Ah, there we are. Nice, nice. All right. How do I get out of here? Oh, oh, oh. Who put that roof in the way? Get over the lip. There we go. That was a good bit of practice. I appreciate them having that before I do take off. Nicely done. Of course, it'll be a little more stressful when you're hurtling through space, but just remember your training and try not to hit anything big. I can see you're itching to get off this rock, so go get the launch codes from the observatory and get out of here already. Best of luck out there. And hey, try to avoid getting yourself killed now that I put so much time into training you. Got it? Yeah, sure thing. See you later. Horners, Gossen, Feldspar, Esker, and Slate. Outer Wilds Ventures founding members. Clockwise from top left. Hortfels, Gossen, Slate, and Feldspar. Big thanks to these additional founding members of Outer Wilds Ventures, without whom we would never have gotten off the ground. Matthew Steinhauer, Ben Etherington, Qwerty the Pie. I guess these are probably Kickstarters, or whatever they did the funding on. Tom Cummings, Sean Shark Temple Farrell, Steve Arsel, Ryan Ohmrecker. That's nice of them. Outer Wilds Ventures, Timberhurt's first and only space program, was founded to explore the farthest reaches of our solar system. Feldspar was the first Hearthian to be intentionally launched into space. They completed the first orbit around Timberhurt and later made the first of what would be many landings on our moon, the Adderrock. Hey, it's my favorite astronaut. Launch day at last, huh, buddy? It's the translator tool's inaugural flight, too. I'm so excited, it's making me nauseous. Just think, you'll be able to translate any Nomai text you want, anywhere you are. The two of us put a lot of hours into inventing that tool, so don't break it, okay? Oh geez, do not break it. Ignore me, okay? I'm just nervous, and I'm not even the one going into space. How are you feeling? I'm excited. Good! You've only been waiting for this day since we were hatchlings. I can't wait to see all your training pay off. So what's the dirt? You here to see the new Nomai statue? New statue? You haven't heard? Gabriel brought it back with him from Giant's Deep, and Hornfels just finished prepping it for display. This is it right here. Neat, huh? Makes me wish I could see what a real live Nomai looks like, but I guess this is as close as we'll ever get. Check it out. Looks like they had fur. Fur is weird. This is the first fully intact statue ever found, you know, and for how old it is, it's in great shape. Ah, geez, I got a little carried away there. Go on, you have a ship to launch. Take care of yourself out there, you hear? This remarkably intact statue was carved by the Nomai, an ancient species who dwelled in our solar system thousands of years ago. The statue provides us with our most detailed look yet at the Nomai, who appear to have been covered with a layer of fur. Note the decorative jewelry that they have carved as part of their antlers. Although their artifacts and structures have been found in almost every planet in the solar system, we still have no idea where this species came from or what happened to them. This piece of Nomai writing was essential to deciphering their unique language. Although this text is linear, Nomai text often branches off from a central point. Interestingly, each branch to be written by a different author. Hold to translate. We're nearly ready. Felix and I have finished construction, and she says calibrating the device won't take long. Felix. Unfortunately, the Adderrock's lack of atmosphere will make calibration simple. After all this time, I'm thrilled to finally resume our search. Interesting. Aside from the dwellings and structures they built, the Nomai also made art. This decorated pottery was discovered on Brittle Hollow. Some ancient Nomai art depicts strange animals, foreign celestial objects, and other subjects that can't be found in our solar system, which makes us wonder whether the Nomai originated elsewhere in the universe or simply had vibrant imaginations. Were the Nomai born in our solar system, or were they born among other stars and planets? And if they were, how and why did they come here? These are just some of the questions we hope to answer through further archaeological expeditions. What you see here are parts of the Nomai skeleton. We can tell from their skulls that they possessed antlers and, quite unusually, only 3 eyes. The Nomai body was most likely adapted for living exclusively on land. The differences in Nomai's anatomy, such as their shockingly fragile bone structure, show us that Hearthians couldn't have descended from Nomian ancestors. It's not clear where the Nomai originated from, or why they disappeared. We hope to find more clues to this puzzle as we explore our solar system. The Nomai technology brought back from space by our astronauts has been a great boon to Outer Wilds ventures, allowing us to modify expedition gear in exciting and useful ways. For example, the Little Scout now boasts a warp retrieval capability that allows astronauts to recall their scouts almost instantaneously. This has dramatically reduced the number of scouts lost in the depths of space. This crystal was taken from a Nomai ruin on Brittle Hollow. It seems to create a local gravity distortion, and was most likely used to traverse steep surfaces. Try it out. Oh, whoa. Interesting. Getting weird with the gravity, I guess. This anglerfish specimen was found attached to the landing gear of one of our ships that flew close to Dark Ramble. It appears well suited to living in dark places with minimal atmosphere. You are one ugly little shit. If a star is massive enough, it will continue to fuse carbon into heavier elements like iron. Ultimately, the star will collapse under its own gravity and then explode in a violent event called a supernova. Based on Schertz's observations, this will one day be the fate of our own sun. Stars like our sun generate light and heat by fusing hydrogen into helium. As it grows older, the star runs out of hydrogen and starts to contract. As the star's core contracts, it gets hotter, causing the outer layers to expand. The star has become a red giant. When the core is hot enough, it starts to fuse helium into carbon. Watch closely. These balls move on their own. The ground is perfectly level, so what do you think causes this spooky motion? The answer is the moon. As it orbits our planet, a little idle rock's gravity pulls on objects from different directions. In fact, it's pulling on you right now. The radio tower here on Timberhearth was built to receive transmissions from our deep space satellite, and to this day still houses the first ever photos taken of the entire solar system. These photos were made possible by the deep space satellite's unusual vertical orbit that carries it high above and below the plane of the solar system. Thanks to a recent upgrade, the deep space satellite is now responsible for generating the real-time solar system map used by our newest astronauts. Neat. Neat. Oh yeah, I remember this stuff. The strange rock moving around in this grotto appears to react to conscious observation. The level-headed among us realize there must be some sort of optical illusion at play, but Gabbro claims the rock exists in all possible states until it is observed, whatever that means. Whatever is actually happening, both sides of this debate agree the effect is extremely creepy. Oh. So as long as it is observed, it won't move. When it is no longer observed, it moves around. Alright, let's get our key. Why is that still showing up in chat? Nope. Ah, damn it. I thought I set my chat to, like the chat capture, to not show stuff that was restricted, but apparently not. The Quantum Rock definitely freaked me out a little when I played through Outer Wilds. Yeah, it's a little creepy, but it's very cool. Ooh. Dark Bramble, the Hourglass Twins, Brittle Hollow, Giant's Deep, and Timberhearth. There you are. I just finished pre-flight observations, and local conditions are good. Time to get our newest astronaut off the ground. And you'll be our first astronaut ever equipped with a Nomai translator, too. I confess, I've been giddy all day just thinking about it. We're better equipped than ever to unravel the mysteries of the Nomai. You and Hal should be very proud of your work. Tell me, what's your plan once you get to space? I think I'll start with something small. You prefer to ease into things. That's a sensible plan. More sensible than most of our astronauts tend to be, and that's a fact. Do you think you'll go to the Adel Rock then? Our moon would be a safe place to travel to get your bearings in space, and I'm sure Esker would appreciate the visit. Plus, we don't know what the ancient Nomai ruins on the moon are, or why they were built. You could put your new translator tool through its paces. Well then, looks like all that's left is to send you off. All in all, it's a fine day for a launch. I'm ready to die in space. I'm ready to get off this rock. Excellent. You'll be needing the launch codes then. Here they are. Best get off the ground before Slate makes any more modifications to your ship, eh? Good luck out there. Let me know if I can help you with anything. Oh. Hi. Hello. See, now that's creepy. Hey, so did you get a good look at that Nomai statue? The statue looked at me and opened its eyes. Whoa, whoa, the statue was doing what? So its eyes opened, and then you saw images from your own memories and glowing lights flying around? I mean, like a hallucination? Listen, no offense, but are you sure you're okay to launch? Like, medically speaking? No, that statue is definitely weird. I mean, if you're saying it happened, then I guess maybe it did. But why? Hornfels tried everything to get the statue's eyes to open, and nothing like this ever happened to them. I don't think you're going to get any answers from the museum statue, but Gabbro said they were going back to Giant's Deep. Don't know which island they're on, though. Maybe they'd be able to tell you more? On the other hand, Gabbro's, Gabbro. So maybe you'd be better off searching for more info on your own. Geez, now I'm really jealous you're going into space. Hey, see if you can use our translator tool to find out more about the statue, okay? Good luck, and safe flying. Hello, astronaut. Are you going to space today? Are you going into space and never coming back like Feldspar did? Don't worry, I'll come back. That's what Feldspar said too, but they never did. Hornfels will be really sad if you don't come back. Like how sad it makes them to talk about Feldspar. So you should make sure you don't get lost in space too. No, that's the hope, kid. Looks like you're ready for takeoff. The excitement of a launch is fun and all, but I can't wait to get back into working on the new ship. We're working on fixing the autopilot's avoidance system for this one. Sorry. All right. All right. Can I get a countdown? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, ignition! Take off! Oh. Rough landing, but a landing is still a landing. We didn't break anything, did we? Nope, everything looks good to go. Hey there. Oh, hey, it's you. Ground control didn't tell me you were launching. Long time no see. Is that you whistling? Probably. Or actually, definitely. The other travelers carry instruments, so they don't bother whistling. You can pick up their music with a signal scope, you know. Best spot for that is the North Pole. Great reception. The North Pole is marked in red on your mini-map, but the Rock is a pretty small moon. Really, just go north. You can't miss it. Don't go. I mean, anything else you wanted to ask? Don't the other travelers come by? The lunar outpost saw more traffic back when our ships were less sophisticated and needed more frequent repairs. Nowadays, it's mostly used to keep a set of eyes on things. Sometimes Chert comes by to say hi, but Gabbro is Gabbro, and you know how Ryback feels about unnecessary spaceflight. Seems lonely up here. A little. I'm in touch with ground control, Horfels and Gossin mostly, and they radio up to chat every now and then. And when ground control gets I'm up here, and they usually do, I launch my little scout at the village. They forget about you? I don't blame them. For one, I don't check in as often as the other travelers, since I'm always in one place. And it's not so bad up here, really. At least it's peaceful and quiet. You don't always get that in our solar system, let alone in our village. And what is this place? Heh, very funny. Oh, stars above, you're serious, aren't you? That's just depressing. Welcome to the Lunar Outpost, which apparently the space program doesn't bother to teach anyone anymore. When we first started Outer Wilds, travelers used to bring their ships here from all the time for repairs. Our spacefaring technology has improved loads since then, but the older ships tend to fall apart a lot, like more than they do now. Using the outpost cut down on the number of launches and landings taking place in the village, and also the number of fires. Nowadays, though, it's mostly just me up here raising saplings from Timberhearth and keeping an eye on things. Alright, talk to you later. Alright, let's take a look around the moon. North Pole. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Esker's signal scope log. Day 48. Still not picking up Rybeck's banjo from Brittle Hollow. I'm sure they're fine, but I'll feel better once I can hear their music. Listen to Chert play for a while today. Unrelated, someone should tell Porphy and Gossin their flirting is not suitable from an aerial perspective. Banjo music coming in loud and clear today. Sounds like Rybeck's doing okay. That oaf, I was worried. Day 63. Today I thought I heard something strange. I don't know. It was probably nothing. Day 70. No, it's back again, too. Something strange is coming from Timberhearth. Okay, I know this is crazy, but the sound from Timberhearth sounds exactly like Feldspar's harmonica. A Feldspar disappeared in space ages ago. It can't be them. It's still here. This is creepy. Even my signal scope is broken. I better talk to Ness. So that shouldn't be there, apparently. Good to know. Chert's research notes. Property of Chert. This is an old crater. The neat thing here is that the composition of the samples I took from the impact site matches the composition of the ice on the outskirts of Dark Bramble. I'd posit the Attlerock was hit by a piece of the planet that used to be where Dark Bramble now lies. To follow up on, maybe there are more fragments of the old planet Dark Bramble destroyed on other astral bodies in the solar system. Interesting. Get me out of this hole. God, yeah, it's like it took a huge chunk out of the moon on impact. Ah, here's some ruins. Nope. Hello? Some weird noises you're making, son. And that's Brittle Hollow. Ooh. No, wait, that's for Brittle Hollow. Interesting. Alright, what's down here? Aha! Something to translate. Coleus. I was upstairs testing the eye signal locator, and it can hear and follow the signals from the sun, Giant's Deep, and Brittle Hollow. However, something strange is happening when I ask the eye signal locator to follow the eye's signal. The device's indicator rotates wildly and never points in just one direction. Felix, I see. I most likely calibrated the locator incorrectly. Privet, my apprentice, and I will make adjustments and try again. An update. Disappointingly, everything is correctly calibrated after all. Cassava. It saddens me to posit this, my friends, but I believe the locator cannot detect the eye's signal. We would need to build a more sensitive device if we want to locate the eye of the universe. Then we will build it. Don't lose hope. Cassava, our search for the eye is what brought our clan to this place. We won't give up so easily. Interesting. This is a curious result. It's possible the eye has stopped calling out its signal. Thatch, where should this new, more sophisticated locator be built? It may need to be larger than this eye signal locator is. Coleus, Anoa and those of us originally stranded on Ember Twin built a quantum moon locator there, but the heat of the sun made its construction challenging. I wouldn't recommend building on that planet. The southern glacier on Brittle Hollow has ample available space. I can construct a new building to house this proposed locator. Yes, let's build there. I imagine our young friend Conoi would enjoy that immensely. He's always held a great interest in the eye, especially for a child born so long after the crash. I will begin construction on Brittle Hollow's South Pole immediately then. I just noticed I don't have my reactive up. God damn it. There we go. Hi, hello. Okay, wow. Wow. I've seen this ruin in other travelers' pictures, but seeing it for myself, it's really old, isn't it? But wow, this is the coolest day of my life. Okay, time for some official notes. So this is some kind of Nomai locator. It can point out the different planets, which is incredibly cool, by the way, but from what little I can understand of the writing here, I think it was built to try and find something specific. I'm not sure. I also was able to translate something about the South Pole of Brittle Hollow, so I'll fly there and see if I can learn more. Yep, just gonna get back in the old ship and take off. Totally safe. Mostly safe. Oh, stars above. Alright, so doesn't look like there's anything more here. Just gonna kind of strafe over the moon from north to south and back again. See if I can't find any other points of interest. Alright, north. Oh, there's the flag. Alright, make sure to salute it. Oh, this is a conspicuous landing spot, I just realized. Oh, jeez. I think I've exhausted anything I could possibly find here at the moment. Let's get back in our ship and take a look at our journal. Alright, view entries. The village, the Zero-G cave, a harmonica signal. Esker's signal scope log reports harmonica music coming from somewhere on Timberhearth. They claim it sounds like just like Felspar's harmonica, but Felspar disappeared in space ages ago. Eye signal locator, Esker's camp, and lunar lookout. Brittle Hollow, the Southern Observatory. The Nomai decided to build a larger, more sophisticated eye signal locator on Brittle Hollow's south pole. Ryback headed to Brittle Hollow to investigate something the Nomai were doing at the south pole. Right, so they're likely both at the Southern Observatory. Giant's Deep. Gabbro. Hal says Gabbro went back to Giant's Deep to try and learn more about the Nomai statue in the observatory. All right, we got a few locations. Oh yeah, rumor mode. Alright, since Ryback and the Southern Observatory are likely going to be in the same spot, let's try going there. Southern Observatory. Alright. Lift off. Oh, almost re-entered, not Earth. Alright, where is Brittle Hollow? That's the Deep. Not sure what that is. View map. There we go. There's Brittle Hollow. Lock on, please. And engage autopilot. Please do not crash me directly into the sun. Just make sure we avoid that. Thank you. Something on the south of Brittle Hollow. Hey, son, what are you doing? Oh. Well, I caught that at a good time. Alright, alright. So, yeah, this is something I was already kind of aware of about. Yeah, my first time playing Outer Wilds, like long ago. I feel like that was a genuine surprise, and unfortunately, we do kind of I do kind of miss out on showing off that surprise again. But hey, we got the rest of the game to surprise us now. Hey, you ready to get this thing off the ground? Ship's all fueled and ready to go. Did I just die? Whoa, bad dream or something? You still look half asleep. That's a negative on being deceased. I know it's a tradition to sleep under the stars the night before a launch, but if you ask me, it makes you all a bit jumpy. Yeah, just a bit jumpy. Alright, let's try Brittle Hollow again. Oh, hey! Going there immediately. Looks like it's completely intact now. Alright, time to go walking on an unstable planet. I'm a little off from the south side. Hopefully my ship will still be there when I need it. I'd really rather you not do that. I still need most of this ground eventually. Aha! That looks like an observatory. Now, how do I get in? booster is really struggling to get me off the ground. Probably just wasting fuel. No? Huh. So I can't get in from the outside directly. Oh, hello. Someone else's ship. Well, there's someone inside the planet, it sounds like. A little farther afield. See if there's any way inside. Oh, I'm running out of fuel. Oh. I think I want to make sure my ship doesn't go too far. There's something. Ow. Let's check this out. Hello. Hello? Any aliens home? Ooh, interesting. Begin flight log. Escape pod 1. Vessel has been mortally injured. Emergency sequence activated. Awaiting departure from vessel. Launching escape pod 3. Launching escape pod 2. Now launching escape pod 1. Alert. Collision imminent. Preparing for impact. Scanning external environment. Scan complete. Minor structural instabilities detected. Pockets of breathable air detected. Adequate solar energy detected. Verdict, hospitable. I don't know. Once you start getting into planetary instability, it's a little less hospitable, I'd argue. Emergency escape hatch. Oh. Maybe not the best place to escape through. What about that signal I saw earlier? Yeah, this thing. Ow. Is everyone unharmed? No one was badly injured from the escape pod's impact. We're incredibly fortunate. This is good news, at least. Have we heard from Escape Pod 2 or Escape Pod 3? No, I'm unable to make contact. My equipment can hear the other two escape pods' distress signals, however, if it's any comfort. Both pods must be structurally intact. I'll continue calling for them. My gratitude. If we can... Thatch, the moon is approaching again. Everyone brace yourselves, swiftly. The volcanic moon has returned. Be cautious of following ash and debris. I believe the moon has passed. This planet doesn't appear eager to have guests. We are certainly unwelcome on its surface. We need to find shelter, and quickly. The volcanic moon won't be gone for long. I observed several promising sites below the surface, but we'll need to construct a way for everyone to climb safely down this cliff. Perhaps we could build platforms. Interesting. Is this the distress beacon, I guess? Yep. Distress beacon of Escape Pod 1. Alright, well, now we need to find a way to get inside without getting sucked up by the black hole. I'm sure there are a few other places I could look around on the surface. Alright, what do we got here? Got some more writing. Has anyone observed the phantom moon that sometimes greets us in the night sky? Your thoughts interest me. I'm interested in your playful moon. Is it much like its violent friend Hollow's lantern? This moon isn't volcanic to my unaided eyes. Sometimes it leaves its friend Hollow's lantern for nights at a time. The nights the moon circles this planet appear random. It seems to travel as it likes. Imagine if there were two volcanic moons. Hypothesis. There can't exist too much lava. I'd strongly prefer we test the null hypothesis. Then I imagine there'd be none of us left. Right. Has anyone observed the phantom moon? I compliment your eyes. How do you imagine it disappears? Hypothesis. Could it be a shift in the light spectrum? Suppose this moon is too shy to show us its face. A moon that disappears. Steve! Steve, no! Wake up, Steve! We have to save him! Oh, hello. To our friends on Brittle Hollow, I just warped here from the White Hole Station on the other side of Brittle Hollow's black hole. Our design worked. We successfully recreated warp travel. I don't know how close it is to Anoa's original design, but as long as what we've built works, then I'm delighted. I knew we could do it. Cassava, I hope you're reading this. Wait, this can't be correct. Clary, have you seen these readings? If they were accurate, they would violate causality. There must be an equipment error somewhere. I'm returning to the Whitehole station. If you and Root meet me there, we can run a full diagnostic and hopefully locate the problem. Don't tell Cassava. This is wonderful news. I can't wait to see the warp tower, although it's been a long time since I've jumped through a black hole. So there's something on the other side of the black hole. Hello. Oh no! Another Steve! Why are there so many Steve? Why did so many Steves have to die for this? The hanging city below 50 meters. Well, let's go see the hanging city. Oh, I guess we can't. Not through here. And definitely not through here. Oh, wait a minute. What if I... Oh. I don't think it's going through there. Can I go through here? Nope. Oh, an oxygen tank. Oh, good. That's a fuel tank. Never mind. Alright, somehow we need to get down 50 meters. You were what I was looking around on earlier. What are you? Oh, hello. Doesn't seem to be activated. Oh, hello. Why are you moving around like that? I suppose we will have to risk the black hole in order to actually get inside the planet. Alright, let's see. There's some sort of tower over there. there is something hanging down here. Oh, too close, too close. No. I think I'm dying. Well, not too surprising. Okay, what are you? You wouldn't happen to have oxygen on you, would you? Whoa. Oh. Wouldn't happen to know how to get back to Brittle Hollow, would you? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Ember Twin Projection Stone. Welcome to the White Hole Station. If you fell through the black hole by accident, don't worry, you aren't the first. This warp tower can return you to Brittle Hollow. Every warp tower is tuned to a specific astral body. The tower's warp can only be used during the brief window when the tower is aligned with its corresponding astral body. In this case, Brittle Hollow. You must be standing on the warp platform in the floor during the alignment to be warped. If you look up while the station is rotating, you can see the alignment happens when the astral body is directly overhead. Alright. Oh, hello. Oh, does it just keep turning? It just keeps turning. Oh, you are just gonna keep spinning. Probably shouldn't have touched that. Oh, whoa! like to get back to my ship now, please. That was an interesting excursion. Hi, Attic. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? Yeah, this is technically my second time playing through this game, but I have never actually beaten it, so it's kind of my hope that I'll actually get to the end with it. Having my chat set up like that is so funny. Yeah, my chat is scuffed as hell. Like I haven't bothered downloading any like third-party software for streaming. Yep. You know that happened earlier this very stream, Attic. So you're not wrong. I really do need to just set up an actual stream bot. I know I saw something over here. Hit me up after stream, I can point you the right way. It takes minutes. Well, thank you. Oh, yep, here we go. Oh, well, there goes the sun. Got here and don't exactly have time to look around. Alright, well, Brittle Hollow didn't really give us many answers. Just showed us where the black hole led. Alright, let's take a look at our log and see where else we can take a look. Because it doesn't seem like we were able to get into the Southern Observatory. We might have to... Oh, escape pod 1. We're figuring out... We're getting a lot of rumors now. Alright, interesting. One of 3 Nomai escape pods that crashed in our solar system. All 3 escape pods were launched from something called the Vessel, which was badly damaged. Shelter site. The Nomai survivors who crashed on Brittle Hollow climbed down the cliff to a shelter site below the surface. The Hanging City. A Nomai city suspended beneath Brittle Hollow's northern glacier. The city is divided vertically into 4 districts. There's more to find here. Well, looking around there required actually dealing with the black hole. White Hole Station. Every Nomai warp tower is tuned to a specific astral body. To use a tower, you must be standing on the warp platform during the tower's alignment with its corresponding astral body. The alignment happens when the astral body is directly overhead. There's more to explore here. Well, I'm glad they at least tell you that there's more to see at a location. The North Pole of Brittle Hollow is covered in snow and ice. There is a uniquely shaped Nomai ruin on the surface. The Nomai were able to warp here from the White Hole Station. This is where they first recreated warp technology. Quantum Moon. The Nomai on Brittle Hollow observed a phantom moon that would sometimes appear in the sky. Interesting. Alright, do we want to go back to Brutal Hollow, or do we want to check out some of these other places? Harmonica signal. Esker's signal scope log reports harmonica music coming from somewhere on Timberhearth. They claim it sounds just like Felspar's harmonica, but Felspar disappeared in space ages ago. Yeah, let's go check this out. Let's find the harmonica and see what's causing that. Probably actually be putting my spacesuit on. Yeah, I don't have any of my tools with me except for my audio scope. There we go. Ooh. Oh, you look unpleasant. Tektite. Heyo, hatchling. Thought you were taking that tin can of yours into space today. What are you still doing here? Me? I saw something crash over the horizon and didn't like what I was seeing in the pictures my little scout was sending back, so I thought I'd come over here myself and take a look. Is that a dark bramble seed? You think so? It's nothing I've ever seen on Timberhearth before, so you're probably onto something there. Whatever it is, it put roots down in a hurry. I don't like the look of this thing, hatchling, and that's a fact. I think I'll set Marl and Hal loose on it. Best get rid of this mess sooner rather than later, and no one can remove an unwanted plant faster than a tree keeper can. I'll have to get a look at what's inside the seed first, though. Don't want to set somebody into hacking up a potentially dangerous plant without a better idea of what's lurking inside there. Tuff can help me haul the old scout launcher over here. Obviously, the opening is too small for someone to fit inside. And anyway, I'm not gonna blindly stick my hands into anything that looks as unpleasant as that seed does. That's a good way to lose an arm or two. Mm-hmm. Error, duplicate signal. Ooh. Ooh. Alright. What am I detecting? Error, duplicate signals, 17,000 meters away. 18 kilometers. Interesting. Well, someone's been setting. This tree is apparently filled with warp technology. Hang on. I send this guy in. And then follow it. Aren't you a nasty, gnarled mess? Yeah, something grew right inside it and tore the planet apart. That is disconcerting. Oh well, let's go inside, I guess. Oh boy. This isn't spooky at all. Definitely bigger on the inside. That red light is kinda... We go deeper inside, I guess. Oh, that's... Oh, that's, Let's go to the one that's closest. Lore! Hi! Hello! How you doing? Welcome to the stream. This isn't horrifying in the slightest. Ugh. That is gnarly. It's gonna be a weird landing. Uh-oh. I think I might be stuck. Oh, there we go. Is there a good landing spot? Is there even a good landing spot here? I don't think so. No, of course not. All right, what if I... All right, velocity matched. So we've got that at least. Alright. Not how I would like to go about this, but... Hello. Whoa! Where'd you come from? No one's come here in, well, ever, actually. That makes you the second Hearthian to ever reach Dark Bramble. After me, of course. Well done. Say, it's you. They made you an astronaut? And you haven't blown yourself up yet. Good for you. Feldspar, you're alive! You never were the brightest hatchling, were you? Yeah, that's right. I'm alive. Been camping out here since my ship, you know, crashed. Violently. Wait, what? Oh, this is a good story. I just finished exploring the core of Giant's Deep and needed a new challenge, and none of us had ever been inside Dark Bramble. So I think, hey, let's give that a try. I've been cruising around for a while, dodging the odd massive interdimensional vine bristling with thorns, when I run into this huge anglerfish, the biggest I've ever seen. I pull a few stunts, try to shake the thing off, nothing too fancy. I'm going full speed when the fish clips me, knocks me into a vine, and, well, like I said, I crash. Blammo! On impact, my ship starts making noises like it's coming apart from the inside, and I think, well, that ain't great. Sure enough, I barely get out of there before the electrical system starts sparking like crazy. It's either move fast or die unpleasantly, so I had to put a little distance between me and my poor, fried ship. I camped out near where I crashed at first. I found this skeleton later. Great find. Would have been stupid not to use it. So I moved my setup over here and planted my emergency tree seeds. Been here ever since. I can't believe you didn't die. You know, in the old days, I used to think the same thing every time I came back from a flight in one piece. Hey, Vera. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good day. These days, I'm used to it. Anyway, that's how it all went down, hatchling. Story's over, but feel free to stay and enjoy the fire for a while. Or don't. Fire's not going anywhere. Shouldn't I tell ground control to come get you? Well, yeah, sure, whenever you have the time. Frankly, I kinda like it out here. Quiet, peaceful-ish. You're a little young to understand, but it's a lot of pressure being the best that ever was. And nice to have a break. Hey, hatchling. Pull up a marshmallow stick. Alright, I found something. Lay it on me, hatchling. I found a dark bramble seed on Timberhearth. That's bad business, hatchling. This chart will tell you if you so much as glance in Dark Bramble's direction. There used to be a fifth planet where the bramble is now. This infernal plant appeared at the center and kept growing and growing and growing until it shattered the planet and scattered its pieces across space. If we don't get that seed you found sorted real quick like, I suspect Timberhearth will be headed towards the same fate. And I tell you what, we Hearthians have overcome far too much to be done in by some worthless seed. Alright, where should I explore here? That's the spirit. Anywhere's good, but you should know that space is weird here, intensely. Ever tried throwing your scout into one of those weird seeds? See there, with the little opening? It's just big enough to launch one through. Your scout tracker will tell you the scout is in two places at once, but I don't think that's wrong, exactly, because space doesn't work right in here. That seed looks small, see? But inside, it's bigger. Much bigger. I've had a lot of time to think about this. My theory is space in Dark Bramble kind of expands as you go through each sphere. That's why it's bigger inside those seeds. Well, that's my theory. Keep that in mind when you're exploring Dark Bramble, and maybe you won't get lost inside forever. Good luck! Alright, you reached the core of Giant's Deep. How'd you do it? Giant's deep core, huh? Ah, that was a wild one. But since you're asking, I gotta assume you haven't made it down there yourself yet, right? If I tell you how, it kind of feels like cheating. On a completely unrelated note, that sure was a big hollow vine in my ship crashed into. Yep. If I were you, I'd go take a walk and see where it ends. You'll want to go to the tail end of this anglerfish skeleton here and look for a flickering light in the fog. That'll be my old ship. Path starts there. Alright, where's your ship? Not far from here, as a matter of fact. If you go straight past the tail of this anglerfish skeleton here, you'll see a flickering light in the fog. Follow that, and you'll find my old ship. What's left of it, anyway. What happened to this anglerfish? Oh, the skeleton? It was like this when I got here. As near as I can tell, this anglerfish must have been chewing on the vine and eating a seed. Then the seed grew in the poor fish's stomach until this happened. Gross, huh? This skeleton was a good find. Keeps the fish away. See, they're territorial, so they mostly avoid each other. That's why I set up camp here. All right. So if I shoot you in there, you can... Oh, is it coming back towards us? Huh. What if I send it in from a different angle? No, it looks like it's still coming back this way. Alright, let's see about this the flickering light of this guy's ship. Seems like a bad idea to go this way without my ship, but... Okay, I can still tell where the signal from my doodad is. Oh, ow, ow. I think I deserved that. So what exactly am I doing? Am I just following the vine? Don't exactly like this, but okay. Oh, I really don't like that. Where did I end up? Oh, hello. Trip 4. Entry number, I'm gonna say not 1. Crashes 3. Boring crashes 0. A personal best. Oh-ho! Never thought I'd see one of these beasties outside of Giant's Deep. They were awfully useful back there. Maybe a jellyfish could be useful here too. Blech! This thing tastes terrible. The outside is all rubbery and tough. Maybe that's because it insulates the jellyfish's insides from getting zapped by electricity. Right. I'm going inside this jellyfish's interior cavity to see if what's in there tastes any better. Note to Feldspar, do not eat this even if you are dying. It would be too sad if this is the last thing you ever ate in this life. I guess these jellyfish are useful for insulation from electricity. Again, do not eat. Love, Feldspar. Alright, interesting. Well, I recognize that music, unfortunately. I get the feeling I'm about to be blasted by the sun at any moment now. The full concentrated power of the sun! Am I still in Bramble? Where am I? Oh, yeah, I'm still in Bramble. I don't think I'm going to be too worried about the oxygen here in the moment. That was an interesting trip, to say the least. Let's see what my journal has to say now. Use ship log. Dark bramble seed. Feldspar's camp. Frozen jellyfish. The seed from dark bramble crashed here and has already taken root. Tektite wants to use a scout launcher to get a look at what's inside. My signal scope picks up harmonica music when I aim it at the seed. I launched my little scout into the seed. Somehow the seed is much bigger on the inside. Feldspar is alive. They crashed their ship and is now camping inside a huge anglerfish skeleton. Feldspar doesn't think my scout tracker is wrong when it says my scout is in two places at once. They have a theory that space doesn't work the same inside Dark Bramble. Feldspar doesn't sound overly eager to return to civilization. They've been enjoying the relative peace and quiet. Frozen jellyfish. Feldspar documented their attempts to eat this enormous jellyfish frozen in the ice. The outside was all rubbery and tough, possibly because it insulates the jellyfish's insides from getting zapped by electricity. Feldspar decided to venture into the jellyfish's interior cavity to see if it tasted any better on the inside. After tasting inside of the jellyfish, Feldspar concluded that these jellyfish are only useful for insulation from electricity. Interesting. Alright, Hal says Gabbro went back to Giant's Deep to try and learn more about the Nomai statue in the observatory. Alright, real quick, I want to make sure I'm lurking in Tikri's chat. Just cuz. Oh, Tikri's playing Mood Sigil Atlas. That's neat.
A bunch of shipping containers.
Yeah, they're going over their Tamagotchi right now. Alright, and while we're at it, I'm gonna bring up... Neko Pumpkins as well. Be sure to lurk in your friends' streams. Lurk there. Get my daily kobold from Tikri. And try to steal their tail in the process. And nope, that timer's still going. Alright, that's taken care of. Alright, let's go to Giant's Deep next. Not really sure what we're going to be looking for here, other than Garbo, whatever the hell his name was. And also apparently there's jellyfish down here that can survive electricity. Ooh. Storm's coming. All right, let's see if we can find. There's someone. Nice landing. Who we got here? Gabbro, there you go. Nice, it's you. Good to see you made it here in one piece. First solo launch is a doozy, isn't it? So hey, don't freak out or anything, but lately I keep, like, dying repeatedly. I don't know, it's pretty weird. What about you? Have you died lately, or is it just me? No, it's me too. We're in a time loop. Time has been behaving unusually lately. Yeah, time loop makes sense. Cool. You're taking this pretty well. Yeah, right back at you. Personally, I like new experiences. I've never been in a time loop before. I mean, I don't think I've been in a time loop before this one. Looks like you and I are the only ones who can tell that time's gone all weird. I tried radioing Hornfells and asking if they died too. They thought I was being metaphorical. Even if I tell Hornfells about the time loop, they never remember by the next one. They don't realize anything's different. And here's another weird one for you. Every time I die, all of my memories from that loop replay back to me. I'm pretty sure that's related to this big stone Nomai statue I found on one of the other islands. I was looking at it, and the statue opened its eyes and started glowing. It replayed my memories like it had seen them through my own eyes. Just like what happens every time I die. That happened to me with the statue in the museum. You too, huh? The Nomai statues must have... What's happening? Okay, okay, we're in space now. We're in space now, okay. And we're going back to Giant's Deep, apparently. Well, alright then. So, have you ever watched a cyclone for so long it starts to hypnotize you? I'm telling you, they'll put you in a trance if you stare at them too long. I found something. Nice, nice. What you got for me? Actually, never mind. No worries. Feel free to let me know when you find something cool, though. You know where to find me. Alright, what are you doing out here? Well, what are any of us doing here, really? Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm out here exploring our solar system, same as you. And I tell you what, outer space really gives you room to think. It's quiet and peaceful out here. It's usually quiet and peaceful. Sometimes a cyclone comes by and lifts my little island paradise clean out of the water. Then, less peaceful. Yeah, like what it just did. That was a bit of a shock. Where should I explore on Giant's Deep? Here's something you might like. At the start of every time loop, I keep seeing a bright flash in the sky. Something must be happening up there in orbit around the planet. What else? What else? Have you been to Statue Island? That's what I've been calling it, seeing as it's the island where I found the glowing Nomai statue. Get it? I was on the beach on Statue Island when the whole glowy business happened. By the way, it's nice. It's a nice beach for that kind of thing. I give it a solid 7 out of 10 for the Gabbro relaxation scale. If you feel like checking out Statue Island, it's the one with 2 islands connected by a natural rock arch. Well, mostly connected anyway. You'll see. What's up with this planet? Huh, I know, right? Oh, you meant like, tell you more about it? I gotcha. Well, Giant's Deep is massive and mostly water. No surprises there. There's a strong current a ways beneath the surface that prevents anything from sinking below it. Seriously, I tried everything I could think of to get past that current, and neither idea worked, so you came up with 2 ideas. As for land masses, I've counted 4 islands, including this one. There's also the one with the Nomai statue I saw at the beach. You seen the cyclones? Yeah, they're hard to miss. They'll toss up everything in their path, islands included. Little tip, if you get picked up, try to land in water. Less likely to kill you. Where's your ship? That's a good question. It's definitely on this planet somewhere. I mean, unless a cyclone came by and tossed it into space, I guess. That would be pretty nuts. I hope it's not lonely. Well, sounds like I got a lot of stuff to check out on this planet. Oh, that's the, yeah, that's the ghost energy or whatever. I don't want to go in there. Doesn't look like he's got anything else on this island. Ow. Alright. You said there's 3 other islands here. And the one he found the statue on is connected, is basically 2 islands connected by like a bridge. Let's check here first. Looks like a jellyfish in there. Yeah, this looks like more Dark Bramble stuff. Ah, damn it. Alright, so there's ghost matter down that way. What about over here? No, this looks fine. What am I looking at here? Oh, hello. Trip 4, entry number whatever. Crashes 2. Or in crashes 0. Remember to see Slate when I get back. Haha, yeah! All the way down to the core. Consider yourself conquered, Giant's Deep. You just got feldsparred. That was one of my more dramatic feats, if I do say so myself. Can't believe I wasn't electrocuted. Nah, can't wait to tell Hornfels and Gossin about this one. I guess brute force isn't always the answer. Right, so that's one more off the list. Seems all that's left is the big one now. Dark Bramble, here I come. Okay, well, what did you do? Uh-oh. Alright, don't panic. That is eerie. Is that it? It's just another journal entry from Feldspar? Oh man, how am I gonna get back up to my ship? Ship, can you come down here for me? Super appreciate that. Nope. rather not be here when the waves catch me again. I'm too heavy on this planet. Down here, ship. Oh, this is a unfortunate turn of events. I'm gonna have to wait for another typhoon to come, another storm to come and toss me up. If another storm comes by. Oh. Yeah, here we go. Come on. Come on, baby. Toss me. Come on, I want you to do it. I want you to do it. Hit me, hit me, hit me. There we go. Get me. Yeah, there we go. There we go. I would actually prefer if you stopped heading towards Giant's Deep. I'd like some time to repair my ship. suppose I'll have to find another island. Oh, here we go. Ah, another teleport pad, looks like. Alright. See if we can't fix what we've broken. Of course, I'm still too heavy to get up there. Ladder on this thing? I do not. Oh well. Oh, there goes the warning song. Going to test the memory statues tonight. Phlox says it could be dangerous, so we can't come. But what if we didn't use the door and snuck in the other way? Does anyone want to? Phlox specifically told us not to do that. I really want to see the test too, Lamy, but that's a huge risk to take. We probably shouldn't. Maybe Phlox will let us see a test later. It sounds like this is where they were testing the memory statue. Alright, the sun's gonna reset me here in a moment. Here I can find before that happens. Oh! Ooh. Yep, there's gonna be stuff down here. I wasted a whole lot of time on that island trying to get back to my ship. Yeah, there is something that blows up in orbit around the deep. Did anything get added to my journal from all that? Gabbro's Island, Statue Island, Orbital Flash, Ocean Depths, Bramble Island. An island of thorny vines, what appears to be a frozen jellyfish. It looks like Feldspar camped here before heading off to Dark Bramble. Gabbro says there's a strong current beneath the surface of the ocean that prevents anything from sinking below it. Feldspar found a way to reach the core of Giant's Deep. Orbital Flash. Gabbro sees a bright flash in the sky at the start of every loop. Something must be happening in orbit around Giant's Deep. Gabbro is lounging in a hammock near the island's shore. Gabbro found a Nomai statue on another island. The statue's eyes started glowing, and Gabbro saw their memories flash before their eyes. Gabbro remembers dying. They saw their memories flash before their eyes, just like time with the statue. Gabbro and I seem to be the only ones aware that we're in a time loop. Statue Island. This island must be where the Nomai created statues like the one in our observatory. Some children debated bypassing the statue workshop's door and sneaking inside via an alternate, more dangerous route. Alright, I wanna go back to this island. Oh, thank you. It tells me exactly where it is. Hope chat's having a good time. Watching me flounder around trying to solve this mystery. That was close. Oh, there goes the island. Come back! Alright, where are you landing? Is that like a landing pad? Interesting. Alright, let's try this again. Statue Workshop. Don't seem to be getting in this way. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Can I get in this way? No, this is where I was. Looks like I take a better look around without the threat of the sun blowing up. Oh, no. That was dumb. Well, that path along the side of the mountain just took me back here. You already had your eyes opened. How am I supposed to get in here, then? The kids said that there was an alternate way inside. One super dangerous. And I'd honestly imagine it's this. Just because walking around on the side of the island would be a dangerous thing to do. Now, don't jump off the side of the island again. Did we use the door and... What if we didn't use the door and snuck in the other way? So there's another way in here that doesn't involve a door. What are these panels here? Are they supposed to keep someone who stands in them stuck to the ground when the storm comes by? Suppose that's something we can test. Yep. Okay, well that's neat. That doesn't really give me a good indication of like how I'm supposed to get in there. Welcome to Giant's Deep, friends. I'm excited for you to meet the statues. If I'm not in my dwelling, I'm likely in my workshop below, inside the island. Okay. My journal did update when I found that door. I found a Nomai statue lying on the beach. It looks just like the one in our observatory. Found a sign for a statue workshop next to a broken door that used to lead inside the island. So Nomai children debated bypassing the statue workshop's door and sneaking inside via an alternate, more dangerous route. So they're specifically pointing out the door here. But there's an alternate route somewhere. Is it on the underside of the island? Like if I go for a swim, am I gonna find the entrance? I imagine it's got something to do with these gravity crystals. Well, nothing ventured, nothing gained. Of course, I'm way too buoyant. Oh! Oh! Oh my gosh, I was right. Okay. Just chiseling away at statues, it looks like. Yarrow, would you kindly step back so Daz is closest to the statue? When pairing, the statue will choose whoever is in closest proximity. See how its eyes have opened? That tells us the statue is paired with Daz. Now, no matter where he is in our star system, Daz's statue will record his memories and send them to the Ash Twin Project. This is extraordinary sculpting work, Phlox. He has outdone himself again, hasn't he? And now that we have our first successful pairing, we can test my memory storage prototype. Each statue will send a single Nomai's memories to his or her own storage unit within Ash Twin. Each storage unit will be equipped with a mask, the statue's counterpart, which will be able to send the stored memories back to the corresponding Nomai. Interesting. Sends it to the mask. Mask sends it to the Nomai. Nomai sends it to the statue. But I don't have a mask. I've installed the masks inside the Ash Twin Project, Phlox. They look beautiful, although I do feel as though I'm being observed. It's comforting to know the statues will not pair until the project succeeds. Otherwise, I imagine the experience would be hard to endure. Ideally, they'll only need to activate once the project succeeds. As a safety measure, however, the statues will also activate in the event of equipment failure. They will? Why is that? If anything goes wrong with the Ash Twin Project, the statues and their masks will make us aware of the situation and enable us to fix it. Otherwise, it would be possible for us to remain permanently unaware of the problem. I hadn't thought of that. What a profoundly horrific fate that would be. Well, it feels like there's a profoundly horrific fate already in progress. If I put it here. Oh, Well, there's the masks. There's another one up there. Aha! Interesting. Oh! Oh! Storm will lift me up. then I can get over here. Ow. Thank you. Am I gonna... There we go. I'm curious, is sending a being's memories back in time the same as sending the being itself back in time? As an example, if we were to send my memories back in time, is that the same as sending me back in time? Not my physical body, but my essence. I imagine they're two different actions. Wouldn't both actions be effectively the same? Suppose that time was being rewritten. I believe this is different from recovering memories from what is effectively the future. But isn't the end result identical in either case? Interesting thought experiment. Okay, is that it? I don't see anything else down here. Guess we can go back to the ship now. There's one more island we haven't explored. What's my computer say? Ash Twin Project, yeah. Nomai statues were designed to pair with a single user, record their memories, and send those memories to a storage unit within the Ash Twin Project. Each statue unit inside the Ash Twin Project was equipped with a mask, the statue's counterpart, which would then send those stored memories back to the corresponding user. Statues were designed to only activate once the Ash Twin Project succeeded, or in the event that it failed. Every memory recorded by a Nomai statue is transmitted to a corresponding storage unit within Ash Twin. Alright. Let's see if we can find that last island. Oh, is that it? Lucky, lucky. I don't know if I can just find a spot to land. Oh. There we go. Alright, what do we got here? This is it. We finished building the final orbital probe cannon module and are ready to send it into orbit around Giant's Deep for assembly. Our next step will be to send Privet up to the orbital probe's cannon to install the probe tracking system. To all my friends here at the construction yard, my gratitude for your tireless work. I had given up hope, but I truly believe this cannon may actually succeed where many other attempts have not. Are you going gelatinous on us, love? I'm delighted by your words, but they're atypical for you. If I'm ever half as gooey as Mallow and Avens behave together, Daz, you may launch me from the orbital probe cannon. If I know my brother, Avens, and his spouse, we'll want to launch the probe with as much power as possible. I'm worried the cannon would break under the strain. I propose we give Avens and Malo a slightly lower maximum power setting than the absolute maximum possible to create room for their enthusiasm. Interesting. I'm about to get hit by another storm. Yep. Here we go. To space! I'm just gonna stay here until we land. Last thing I want to do is go and hurtle myself off into space. Or I could hurtle myself into the ocean. Oh, this is trippy. Control module protection stone. I have bad news, Avens. Yaros says there was a problem with the proposed power source, so the orbital probe cannon won't be asked to fire. I hope you're pulling my locomotive limb here, Cassava. I wish I were, my friend, but no. They aren't certain they can fix the problem, so the orbital probe cannon is on indefinite hiatus. Tell Privyet and Malo they should return from the cannon. My spouse and I will remain at the construction yard for now. An update. Malo and I will join you and Daz. Privyet left to visit her brother. She fears Adea may feel responsible. 16 minutes, 51 seconds ago. Long-range probe successfully launched from orbital probe cannon. So a probe has already been launched. That looks like the thing that exploded. Whoa. I guess that was to be expected. Projection stone. Oh, nope, don't do that. Just trying to make myself go a little faster, not send myself off into the deep. Alright, let's see what this one says. Kanoi, Daz and I were lifting orbital probe cannon components into orbit for assembly, and one somehow sank down beneath the current. Kanoi, you should have seen it. We thought it was impossible for any cannon components to sink even partially below the current, but ours sank straight to the core. Kasaba convinced me not to try to recreate the phenomenon myself using other cannon parts, but we're very curious to know what happened. How could something pass through the current? My gratitude for your interesting question. This is exciting. Spire constructed a module of Giant's Deep here at Brittle Hollow's Southern Observatory, and it reveals how an object might sink below the current. Kanoi, I'm unable to grasp the answer by looking through the projection pool. If I visit the observatory, would you kindly explain? If you don't mind the trek beneath the surface to the South Pole, I'd be delighted to see you. There are 2 trailheads, one at Brittle Hollow's gravity cannon, and one at the Tower of Quantum Knowledge. Interesting. Oh, so that's how I can get to the Southern Observatory on Brittle's Hollows. There is actually a trailhead. What does this show me? Oh, this looks like the inside of the observatory. Cool. Is there anything else here? I guess I can go back to the ship and check. Probably don't have long before the sun goes supernova again. Construction yard. The Nomai on the construction yard saw something sink beneath the underwater current, which they previously thought was impossible. Oh, yep, there goes the warning song. The Nomai finished building the final module for the orbital probe cannon and sent it into orbit around Giant's Deep. I used the Nomai projection pool and saw the interior of a space station in orbit around Giant's Deep. This island is where the Nomai built the orbital probe cannon. For some reason, the Nomai put the orbital probe cannon on indefinite hiatus. The cannon was not asked to fire. According to the Nomai computer, a long-range probe was recently launched from the orbital probe cannon. Ocean current discovery. The Nomai at the Southern Observatory constructed a model of Giant's Deep that revealed how an object might sink below the strong ocean current. There are 2 paths beneath Brittle Hollow's surface that lead to the observatory. One starts at the gravity cannon, and the other starts at the Tower of Quantum Knowledge. Alright, I think we'll go back to Brittle Hollow and try finding that again. Let's see if we can catch the supernova. That is really heckin' pretty, I must say. a lot more this time. Well, there goes the space station. I'm guessing that's the probe. Alright, let's go to Brittle Hollow again. See if we can't find that trailhead. I did not mean to select Hollow's lantern. I meant... There we go. So there's the observatory. There's someone's ship. Wait a minute. Oh God, there's a hole there. Oh my God, I completely missed it last time I was here. The door is broken, isn't it? I'm here! I did it! I put the ship down safely. In that the ship went down, and I didn't sustain bodily harm. A few minor repairs, and it's like the ship never hit those rocks. One of my better attempts. Feldspar would barely have laughed at me, I bet. That's good. That's the good news. The bad news, I haven't found a way inside this structure yet. The door is broken. And I know I'm not great at exploring, but I think I would have found a different entrance by now if there was one. Probably. I can't get inside from here, but I know there are paths below the surface. I'm going to head north to the ruins on the equator to try and find a way down. Ruins to the north. Whoa! I imagine these are the ruins we found last time. Well, every direction is north. So, I don't want these ruins. I want the ruins on the equator. Oh, there goes another piece. Hold up. There we go. No! That was very dumb of me. I saw the crystals like as I was jumping. Are you quantum? No, doesn't look like it. Oh, someone had a fire going here. Ah, here we go. Whoa, 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 whoa. Ooh. Someone's playing the banjo here. Oh, I can hear him. The Hanging City, north 250 meters. Tower of Quantum Knowledge, west 190 meters. Hey! Hey there. Ryback. Oh, you launched. That's great. Great job, you. Wow, I guess that means I've been out here a while, huh? Well, this is Brittle Hollow, but you probably knew that. Lots of history here. It's great. What are you doing here? I'm here to see the Hanging City. It's always been my dream to see it with my own 4 eyes ever since I was a hatchling. An alien race lived in this solar system long before our species ever even existed. How could I not want to see what their civilization was like? Only, you've probably heard the others say it, right? I'm afraid of space. Seriously, I'm more surprised than anybody that I'm out here. Do you want to know how I even got this far? I fell. Tripped over a gravity crystal. It's dumb luck I landed somewhere my little scout says is halfway stable, instead of being sucked into what's below. I'm gauging the stability of the ground around me using my little scout, and this seems to be the place with the best surface integrity, so I'm just going to stay here until I'm ready to move on. But that's enough about me and my problems. You didn't come all this way to listen to me blather, did you? That'd be... yeah. I learned something. I found the Nomai escape pod on Brittle Hollow. Wow! So then the Nomai probably came here from somewhere outside the solar system. And they must have been in trouble when they launched their escape pod. But what kind of trouble? And where did the escape pod launch from? I'm so curious. This is an amazing discovery. I hope we can find out more about how and why the Nomai arrived here. I saw the Hanging City on Brittle Hollow. You visited the Hanging City. Oh gosh, how was it? Was it amazing? Was it beautiful? Was it scary? The Hanging City is where the Nomai settled permanently on Brittle Hollow. It was their most advanced settlement here. Why they chose to build their most advanced settlement so close to a you-know-what is beyond me. Maybe that kind of thing makes sense to Nomai, though. Maybe they needed the black hole for something? Where should I explore here? Oh, wow, where shouldn't you explore here? Not the black hole, actually. That's very no. Which is unfortunate, because, the most exciting stuff is all below the crust, including the Hanging City. That's just to the north. You can kind of see it from here. There's also this big dome on the South Pole called the Southern Observatory. You can't get inside from the surface. Trust me, I tried. But if it's like the rest of the Nomai structures here, there's probably a path to it beneath this crust somewhere. Good luck with exploring. If you learned anything about the Nomai, I'd love to hear it. If it's not too much trouble. What are you doing here? Me? I'm an archaeologist, remember? Or, the archaeologist, I guess. Seeing as I'm all Timberhearth's got right now. Brittle Hollow is rich with Nomai history, that's why I'm here. This planet is an absolute treasure trove of culture, history, and science. If you have any questions about the Brittle Hollow Nomai, I'm your Hearthian. Or, I have some knowledge of them, so maybe I can help? Alright, see you later. Alright, one of the trailheads is at the Tower of Quantum Knowledge, so let's start here. Be welcomed in this place. Above you stands the Tower of Quantum Knowledge. If you are making your first pilgrimage to the Quantum Moon, ascend these stairs and obtain the last of the knowledge you need for your journey. That is not what I'm here for. It looks like the stairs are broken anyway, so... try heading north, or south. I don't think this is the right trailhead. I think we're just in the tower. Unidentified signal nearby. Yep. The trees are moving. The trees in this grove wander about freely. The entire plant, roots and all. This is not normal, even for this alien planet, and I never see them move. Is that even possible? If anyone else witnesses this disturbing behavior, I implore you, record your observations here. Either these trees are aberrant, or my brain must be. Bloom is right. The trees do move. I confess I didn't notice until I read his notes. Alarmingly, it isn't only the trees. There is other matter in this area, such as that unusual shard of rock, moving in this same eerie way. That rock is unusual for another reason, too. Thatch. It possesses color and texture I've never seen elsewhere on this planet. Hypothesis. This rock shard's presence is significant. We should study it. Could it be what is causing other nearby objects to also move about this area? Yep, they're starting to figure out the quantum material. Beneath your feet lies the Tower of Quantum Knowledge. If you are preparing to make your first pilgrimage to the Quantum Moon, descend these steps to the entrance below. The knowledge held within will help you on your journey. Boom, Felix and I have determined this atypical shard of rock is the reason objects in this grove are behaving in a quantum manner. The only other object we've observed displaying this quantum behavior is the wandering moon. I imagine the moon's behavior and this groves are related. In her note from earlier, Felix mentions this strange type of rock isn't found elsewhere on Brittle Hollow. What if it isn't originally from this planet? Hypothesis. This quantum shard is from the wandering quantum moon. Perhaps it is even a small piece of the moon itself. Of note, a unique signal is coming from this shard. Curiously, our friend the Wandering Moon sounds the same. I've also heard the same signal this shard produces calling from Giant's Deep, Timber Hearth, and the Hourglass Twins. Suppose there are other shards like this one. Well, this isn't where I planned to go. Sun's looking a little red. Hello. Entrance to the Tower of Quantum Knowledge below. Southern Observatory, south, 550 meters. Oh, is this it? Somehow I don't think this is the right direction. Whoa! Thanks for the warning. There's no way I'm supposed to hop all the way over there. Alright. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Oh. Did I make it? Is this it? Oh, right. There we go. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Ah, shit. Well, that's unfortunate. What do you say we try that one again? Because I'm a little miffed we didn't get all the way to the observatory. And now we've got a better idea of where we're going. So there's a settlement on the equator that will lead us down into the planet. Is that... That was the quantum moon! Right. Where is that settlement? There it is. No. That is... Oh, that's the... This is the Tower of Wisdom. Okay. This is even better. Hold up, wait a minute, no! What? Oh, come on. Alright, where is Whitehall Station? Is that it? No, I think that's the piece of, Brittle Hollow that... Oh, there it is. Alright, beam me back. Thank you. Alright. Gonna be a bit of a trek back to my ship, so I can try that again. bit of rotten luck that the transporter beams, like that, those were the ones that decided to go this time around. Like, I'm not even remotely sure where I'm gonna be flinging myself now. Guess I'm flinging myself here. Ow. Oh, ow. Well, that worked. Excuse me. Alright, this time, let's not bumble right into... There we go. Awesome. What's up here? Anything? Nothing? Alright. Okay, now where? Oh! Completely missed that. Hey! I'm inside the observatory. Casaba's construction yard has been using the cyclones on Giant's Deep to lift orbital probe cannon parts into orbit, but one component was pushed down past the current that usually prevents anything from sinking. Spire and I are crafting a model to determine why this happened. An update. It's now clear there are two different types of cyclone. Most cyclones on Giant's Deep rotate clockwise. These are the cyclones Casaba typically uses to send components into orbit. There also exists a rare type of cyclone that spins the opposite direction and pushes objects beneath the waters and below the current. My gratitude, Spire. Kanoe is showing me your handiwork, and I'm intrigued by this secondary type of cyclone. But was it really necessary to build a model to tell me that? The model will be useful as we continue monitoring Giant's Deep. Also, I very much wanted to make a model. Fair enough. So, we need to find a cyclone that spins counterclockwise. Kanoe, Daz and I were lifting orbital probe cannon components into orbit for assembly, and one somehow sank down beneath the current. Cassava convinced me not to try to recreate the phenomenon myself using other cannon parts, but we're very curious to know what happened. How could something pass through the current? My gratitude for your interesting question. This is exciting. Spire constructed a Maya, a model of Giant's Deep here at Brittle Hollow's Southern Observatory, and it reveals how an object might sink below the current. Kanoi, I'm unable to grasp the answer by looking through the projection pool. If I visit the observatory, would you kindly explain? Oh, this is the same one back on the Deep. If you don't mind the trek beneath the surface to the South Pole, I'd be delighted to see you. There are 2 trailheads, one at Brittle Hollow's gravity cannon and one at the tower. Okay. This will put me back. Yep, here at the construction yard. All right, interesting. Oh, this is their observatory. It's showing off the different planets. Hey, I'm marveling at the science here. Thank you very much. Oh, where is this though? Oh, this is way out there. Whatever this thing is. And it's not sitting still. Unable to determine orbit. No signal detected matching any known criteria for the eye of the universe. How should our methods change as we continue our search for the eye of the universe? We know what the eye looks like thanks to the quantum moon. So what if we try to find the eye visually instead? Let's send out a probe. We need to build a probe launching mechanism to cover those long distances quickly. A cannon in orbit around a celestial body would circumvent the need to escape gravity's pull. Giant's Deep would be a good choice. It's furthest from the sun, so it would provide the best angles for launch. And it's moonless except when the quantum moon is visiting. Yes, let's build the cannon in orbit around Giant's Deep. Mallow's idea is clever, but we have no idea where the eye is in relation to here. The probability of launching a probe in the correct direction would be absurdly small. I believe I have a solution for that problem. Have you spoken with Rami and Pi about the technology they're developing? As we couldn't find the eye's signal using 2 different devices built for this exact purpose, we should discontinue this search method. Interesting. So they're looking for this eye, but because they can't get a lock on its signal, they've chosen to instead make a visual search with the probes from the cannon. Did I look at this one? What have we learned thus far in our search for? Those on the vessel originally followed the eye's signal to this star system, but we were unable to warp to the eye itself. The locator we built on the Adel Rock and the new, more sensitive locator we built here were both unable to detect any trace of the eye's signal. Hypothesis: the eye has stopped emitting its signal. Suppose the eye doesn't wish to be found. Cassava, how can you suggest that? The eye's signal called out to summon us to this star system. I'm aware. I grew up hearing the eye's story, yet we're no closer to finding it than you were when you first arrived here. Based on our knowledge of the quantum moon, we believe the eye is in orbit around this star system's sun. This would mean the eye is located within a finite, albeit enormous, range. Ow. That is a lot to cover. Alright. Rybeck's camp. Rybeck has set up camp at the bottom of the crossroads. Their excitement at being surrounded by so much Nomai history is matched only by their terror of the black hole. Rybeck is Timberhearth's only archaeologist. They overcame their fear of space to explore Brittle Hollow's treasure trove of Nomai culture. The new, more sensitive locator the Nomai built in this observatory was unable to detect any trace of the eye's signal. Based on their knowledge of the quantum moon, the Nomai believed the eye was in a distant orbit around the sun. The Nomai decided to stop searching for the eye's signal and instead look for it visually by sending out a deep space probe. There were concerns that the probability of launching a probe in the correct direction would be absurdly small. Tornado simulation. Most cyclones on Giant's Deep rotate clockwise. There are cyclones the Nomai use to send components into orbit. These are the cyclones the Nomai use to send components into orbit. There also exists a rare type of cyclone that spins the opposite direction and pushes objects beneath the waters and below the current. The Nomai decided to construct a probe cannon in orbit around Giant's Deep. Hanging City. Whitehole Station. Quantum Moon. Tower of Quantum Knowledge. This tower, located on Brittle Hollow's equator, held useful knowledge for Nomai embarking on their first pilgrimage to the Quantum Moon. Quantum Shard, a strange rock shard that wanders when no one is watching. The Nomai determined this shard is the reason objects in this grove behave in a quantum manner. The Nomai hypothesized that this shard is actually a piece of the Quantum Moon. This shard emits the same signal as the Quantum Moon. Quantum signal. The Nomai detected a quantum signal coming from somewhere on Giant's Deep. Timberhearth. The Hourglass Twins. All right. You know what? Honestly, I should be going to the Hanging City. Actually, now that I think about it, yeah. somehow doubt I'm gonna get there with time to really look around. The sun's getting really red. Make a break for it either way. The crossroads. You can also talk to Gabbro. Nope. Alright, I take it that's the Hanging City. Tower of Quantum Knowledge. Hanging City, yeah. Here we go. Well, that's unfortunate. Nothing I can't handle, though. Oh, hello. Black Hole Forge District. Eye Shrine District. Meltwater District. School District. Yeah, I doubt I'm gonna have time to go to all these places. I could certainly try, though. Black Hole Forge controls. The Ash Twin project requires a powerful, highly advanced warp core. How should we obtain it? Okay, it's going to be the same one, regardless of where I put it. Oh, hello. Solution 2. We could craft a new advanced warp core inspired by the vessel's warp core. The greatest challenge here, I think, is we don't have the design for such a powerful core, or any of the original crafters of the vessel's core. No, but Poke was apprenticed to Anona, who created the original design, and our Black Hole Forge is adept at crafting simpler cores. I believe I can be of use here. The vessel's warp core was created before my time, but Anona explained many of its designs to me. Abandoning the vessel's warp core and its casing means losing valuable knowledge. This is true, however, it's knowledge we have little hope of recovering. It would be best to relearn, I think. I would very much like to craft such a powerful core. More relevantly, I believe the Black Hole Forge crew and I could recreate the basic design. This is the safest path for our clan. Is this the safest path? Is the safest path the best one? Our goal is worth the risk. Is it though? We've tried for so long to find something that I and others now believe might be impossible to find. If the search for the eye is a futile one, we should choose the option with the least potential for harm. Got another one. Solution 1. We could retrieve the warp core from the vessel. This would require a return to Dark Bramble. Plume, my father, said many good Nomai perished there. My mentor, Coleus, and his old mentor once discovered and studied an anglerfish fossil on Ember Twin. Using that knowledge, we could avoid the anglerfish entirely. I remember that anglerfish fossil. We used to play in Fossil Fish Cave when we were children. What Mallory and I learned from that fossil would theoretically help us evade the anglerfish, but our hypothesis was never tested on a live specimen. The vessel's warp core is broken. At best, recall those present when the vessel crashed said it sustained lethal injuries. There is no guaranteed reward for this risk. Even if it no longer functions, the old core could be a valuable blueprint, provided we're able to transport it back here. Perhaps we could still repair it. My grandmother told me there was little time to assess the nature or extent of the damage. Okay, so there's still a warp core in Dark Bramble. I feel strange trying to recreate Anona's warp core without him. At times it still feels strange to no longer be his very young apprentice, and for the Black Hole Forge to be my care and not his. Hypothesis. This will always feel strange, even though my time with him was short. I miss my old mentor, and deeply. To have the chance to try is thrilling, but I don't want to disappoint everyone. I think I can do this, probably, but what if excitement has clouded my assessment of my own abilities? Was I wrong in volunteering to build him? I was born in this star system, and never saw Anona's warp core with my own 3 eyes. I only know what he taught me. What if I've bitten off a larger portion than I can consume? Still, all I can give is my best. And as Anona would say, should my best prove insufficient, then we will find another way to achieve what is needed. I have Clarion Root in the Forge, and I have my clan. I am not alone. We're really desperate, it seems like. this bring me all the way to the surface? Oh, yeah, it did. Well, this will be useful when I need to come back. Look around the North Pole for this frozen lake. We're slowly figuring stuff out. But I think this is where I'm gonna stop for today. I am getting very hungry, and it's now 2 hours after I should have eaten lunch or something. I'm thinking maybe starting at 10 is not the best idea. Alright. Who are we gonna raid today? Jack's Arts is back on. Azara. Yin King just started. Let's raid Tikri, actually. I want to raid Tikri today. All right. Well, as always, thank you so much for coming by and hanging out. I super heckin' appreciate it. I'm enjoying this. I really am. And if anything, I'm just sad that I never actually got to finish it like years ago when I first started playing the game. Tomorrow I'm going to actually be playing Mina the Hollower on stream. So look forward to that. I will be coming back to the Outer Wilds. I want to come back to it. So likely I'm going to maybe Saturday I'll come back to the Outer Wilds. I don't have anything scheduled for Saturday, but maybe. Sunday I will be unavailable. Monday I will probably be unavailable until like later in the day. So maybe we might have a late stream on Monday. But I'm probably going to be alternating between Outer Wilds and Mina the Hollower for the foreseeable future. All right. Thanks again, guys, for hanging out. Have yourselves a fantastic rest of your day. And take care. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Time. Wow. So, Rips, how you doing?